Hey guys, it's Leah and welcome back to my channel. So if you can't tell by my voice, I've been really sick the last few days, hence the fact that I'm in my pajamas right now. But you know, your girl dragged herself to go see Aquaman last night, no matter how sick that I was. I went and saw it, and my camera's still broken, so it's been a real week. So yeah, let's just not waste any more time. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below, and let's just talk about Aquaman before I pass out. So again, excuse my voice. I'm sorry. I'm trying, okay? Aquaman, where do we begin? If you have been following my channel for a while, you've heard me talk a lot about Aquaman and how I'm going to see it, although I don't think it will be good. And it seems that so far, the consensus is kind of, I was going to say across the board, but it seems like 60-40. People either somehow really enjoyed it or just really, really hated it. And you guys know me, I tell it like it is. It doesn't mean that I hate Aquaman, obviously. It's just whatever DC is trying to do with their whole DCEU is just not working. Just across the board, not working. And if we had to compare, I would obviously say from the DCEU that Wonder Woman is still the best thing that they produced, although still flawed. And Aquaman was no Wonder Woman, so it had a lot of issues. It's still, my biggest issues with Aquaman and why I was really disappointed in it was mostly to do with really poor writing. Really poor writing. Like, the script, in my opinion, was horrible. It was just, I don't know. And, a lot of people try to say, oh, you missed, it was supposed to be cringy, it was supposed to be blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, I've watched 1960s Aquaman, and, you know, I get it, but that's not what that was. This is different. This was just plain bad writing. So let's get into some of the issues that I had. My biggest issue, well, not my biggest, but one of the things that really irked me was they felt the need to put subtitles like we were in Rogue One, and they just didn't make any sense. They would introduce the location, they'd be like, oh, we're in the trench, and then a minute later, a subtitle would appear on the screen, almost as if it was like last minute, like, in the trench, and I was just kind of like, yeah, you kind of already said that. So it was kind of strange, and then they had this weird choice to put subtitles that said, somewhere in the Atlantic Ocean, somewhere in the Indian, like, very vague, like, and the thing is the subtitles didn't introduce the scene or the location. They came, like, 30 seconds after you were already introduced, so it was a little strange. They almost looked like somebody went in to Microsoft Word and, like, added them in, or some other PowerPoint. Like, it was just so strange. So that was really weird. Another issue that I had was just the dialogue in general was very bad. There was poor timing. There was a lot of times where it almost seemed like they didn't know, kind of what to say in certain points, so they would throw in these, like, really cheesy things, and they just seemed so out of place. I was like, this could not be any worse. It's one thing to be a cheeky and a cheesy film. That's fine, like, that's intentional, but Aquaman didn't lean into that intention enough for it to work. So it was just kind of just so strange. I was like, I really don't know what I'm watching right now. There was a lot of really, like, for a film with a multi-million-dollar budget, you would have thought that somebody filmed it in their garage. Like, for some parts. Like, the CGI and Atlantis and those aspects, like, amazing. You could tell that's where the money went. But for other aspects, like, they had these really corny, like, slow motion 80s shots, like, coming out of the ocean, and like these freeze frames that were really random and slow motion and like looking at the camera all weird. I don't know what they were doing. It was just such a different tone from the rest of the film that they were trying to present. It was just very strange, and it felt really tacky. Halfway through the film, all of a sudden it was like an Indiana Jones type thing going on, and I love Indiana Jones, but I was like, what is going on in this film? You're jumping all over the place with the tone. There was, the action scenes and sequences didn't really seem like they knew where to end them or how to break them up. In particular, if you guys have seen the film, the one where they're in Italy, didn't seem to end, and it was very strange. It was a little awkward at times because you're just sitting there, and that's a problem that they had in Batman vs. Superman. It just seemed like they didn't know when to end it, so they played out this entire scene. I think they had that issue. I mean, Marvel rarely has this issue, but with Civil War, there was like a few scenes that you were like, okay, I get it. So, yeah, there was just a lot of, repeating lines, stating the obvious, like, going through these, like, haphazardly thought out plots, you know, I don't know, when I was watching it last night, I just didn't really enjoy it the way I want it to, and the way Aquaman should be enjoyed. It was just very strange. I'm not gonna get too far into it. It wasn't the worst DC film that they have. It's obviously not anywhere near a great DC film, but if I'm stepping outside of an overly critical point of view, it was a film. It was fun. It was watchable, even though very cringy, and I don't know, it just definitely makes me wonder, you know, after Wonder Woman came out, I definitely thought, okay, maybe they're starting to get it, and now it's raining. Thought maybe they were definitely starting to get it, but after seeing this film, it's kind of like, I don't really know what they're doing. I don't even know if DC knows what they're doing, to be honest. Yeah, my biggest issue with this film was the writing. So that's going to be all for today's video. I made it through, stuffy nose and all. So yeah, make sure you subscribe down below. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, these are my opinions and my thoughts. Just because I am not a fan of the DCEU, it does not mean I'm not a DC fan. So yeah. I just cracked my neck and it hurt. But I'm stalling. So I will see you guys next time. Yeah. Bye, guys.